Welcome to EPWTV. My name is Dean Olsen and we are counting down to ReAwakening 13. It takes place at Cyril Jackson Rec Centre on November 29th. Now we're looking back on the year that was 2014. A very interesting year for Mr. AK-47 Alex Kingston. He had a shot at the title at the start of the year against Chris Weiss, the then EPW champion, and he fell short. He was a bit unhappy with things. He was ready to walk out on Explosive Pro Wrestling. But after a bit of an inspirational speech from one of our veterans, Alex Kingston entered something known as the Gauntlet to Greatness. Now how this works, at each show this year, Alex Kingston would wrestle a former EPW champion. And if he was managing to defeat each of those champions, at ReAwakening would get himself another shot at the EPW Championship. Now at EPW's Road to Glory, we saw the final step in the Gauntlet to Greatness. Alex Kingston up against Kiel Steria, the man who turned his back and stabbed Alex Kingston in the back at State of Origin. Let's take a look. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to EPWTV, the Gauntlet to Greatness right now. The last step in the Gauntlet to Greatness is Alex Kingston versus Kiel Steria. And wow, Alex Kingston wasting no time.
Action from the get-go.
And you know why? Because last month, oh, here it comes. Wow, up and over.
You can see Kingston is amped up tonight. Tonight is his invitational tournament final, really. When you think about it, what happens if he wins this match tonight?
Well, he gets himself a shot at the EPW title. It's a year worth of effort from Alex Kingston. You see that over-the-top rope flipping tope from the get-go. It's now spilled out into the drinking section. No holds barred. Ladies and gentlemen, this all stems from last month at EPW State of Origin. It was Kiel Steria, who was the last member of Team WA, who turned his back on the team and cost Team WA the matchup, all because of William Darcy being the man behind the scenes.
A lot changes when I go away for one show, Dean Olsen. I come back and Big Willie D's back, my old sparring partner.
No, that's the thing. I tell you what, Brad West, you cannot miss an EPW event. You need to come and see EPW live. You need to watch us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and of course, stay tuned to EPWPerth.com. Meanwhile, the action is outside of the ring and it is all over the place. Referee's going to have their work cut out for him in this one. Oh.
The aggression coming from that. I think he just threw him straight into that guardrail.
Certainly did. The VIP section getting more than they expected.
Fans are now up and out of their seats. I wouldn't want to be sitting down out there either. You need to be up and looking around and making sure you're not going to catch a wrestler's forearm to the face.
That's straight. Wouldn't want to miss the action, but you sure as hell don't want to get involved in it. Chairs going everywhere. And one can only assume how much more everything hurts when you're outside the ring, Brad West. I'm sure you can. You've been there before?
That mat doesn't feel very nice to land on, but you know what feels worse than landing on that mat? Landing on the floor.
A hardwood floor of the Cyril Jackson Rec Centre is what these guys have got to deal with right now whenever it gets... What on earth is
Kiel
going on
Steria
now?
has just unclipped a heap of ropes hanging from this rec centre, and I can't really see exactly what he's doing with it.
I think you're about as tall as I am, Brad West.
Oh, Kingston off the rope.
Wow.
Into a hurricane runner, straight to the floor.
Eat your heart out, Tarzan. AK-47 Alex Kingston, innovating radness. Only a 2 count. This is what Kingston has fought so hard for all year long, the Gauntlet to Greatness. He has one last name to cross off on his skateboard. He does that. He gets himself a shot at the EPW Championship on the biggest stage of them all, ReAwakening 13.
And that door that Kingston just threw Steria into has absolutely no give in it whatsoever. I like seeing this aggressive side of Alex Kingston. You don't usually see it too often, but he's really fired up tonight, just throwing Darcy out of the way like this has nothing to do with you.
He just threatened to hit William Darcy with a skateboard.
He's just goading him on like, come on.
I can't say that anyone here would be disappointed if William Darcy actually got hit by that skateboard. Oh, the skateboard's a drop kick. As we've seen a few times from Kingston, is it going to be enough to keep the shoulders of Hollywood Kiel Steria down?
We'll see.
Not this time.
You, of course, quite familiar with Alex Kingston.
Very true. He was part of Team All-Star for a couple of years there towards the end of the All-Star run. He can be a very aggressive competitor when he's in the right environment.
Maybe not so when his head gets belted into some thick wood there.
That looks like it's going to break if he throws him in there a few more times.
Kiel Steria
setting up for the power bomb.
Power bomb into the wooden scaffolding. These guys are going to use anything as a weapon, anything to get themselves any advantage that they can. Kingston will do anything to get himself a shot at this EPW Championship. And of course, Kiel Steria will do anything to stop it.
Kyle's looking really good considering he's had a lot of time out of the ring.
Yeah, that's right. He's spent some time over in Hollywood plying his trade, like we can all expect. Kingston, meanwhile, has been fighting all year. Not just fighting, he's been wrestling all former EPW champions.
We've got another one here tonight in Kiel Steria.
No doubt about it. He's been fighting a literal who's who of explosive pro wrestling. So if he earns this EPW title shot at ReAwakening, he has earned it better than anyone else, surely.
But William Darcy, he's back around. He's snivelling around like surely he can't be back for no reason. He's obviously got some idea of what he wants out of Kiel Steria. Who knows?
So he's going for the Los Angeles wings on that entrance ramp. Kingston now. No.
Oh, sunset bomb
on the entrance ramp. Gotta say, that's a first that I've ever seen. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I got to intro this properly. We are at EPW's Road to Glory. The night is the 4th of October. You're watching EPWTV. Hope you're enjoying it here. And if you're not in this crowd while this is getting filmed, I bet you wish you were. Make sure you don't miss future EPW events. Go to EPWperth.com for more details. We have ourselves a ladder here, All-Star.
Both of these guys know how to use this to tremendous effect.
Well, these guys know each other so well. It was some years ago that Kiel Steria and Alex Kingston were a part of a Blitz team with Shane Hayes.
That's right, and all three of them, they made a huge difference on the EPW landscape, and now they're facing each other as competitors. So let's see who's the best to come out of the Blitz team. We know Shane Hayes has done really well.
That slam to the floor was felt through this entire venue. My words cannot do it justice. Very close count there from Hollywood Kiel Steria. The never say die. I always say about Alex Kingston, he has this never say die attitude. He never quits. He's just, when you think he's got nothing left, he keeps on going. Surely this match will be now more than ever the fact of what hangs in the balance. His entire year of hard work and a shot at the EPW champion. His whole reason for being here is to be the EPW champion, and he gets a shot if he can keep Kiel Steria's shoulders down to the mat or get him to tap out.
Agreed, but this is a different situation. These two guys' paths have crossed so many times in their career. This will be a bigger challenge. Now, Kingston may have beaten some more notable EPW champions, but Kiel will know how to get in the head of Alex Kingston.
That's true. It was Kiel Steria and Shane Hayes who took Alex Kingston under their wings when he first joined Explosive Pro Wrestling some years ago. They know each other very well. As we mentioned, Kiel Steria has been over in Hollywood doing I don't even want to know. And meanwhile, Alex Kingston, he's been every month facing former EPW champions.
I think Kyle's been doing a lot of weights wherever he is. He's looking a lot bigger than he was the last time I seen him.
That's true. Also, he's got that X Factor, William Darcy. Who knows what on earth he's going to bring to the table. Oh, he's now bringing out some more weapons. Lucky reversal there by Alex Kingston. Stands up just in time to take a clothesline.
What's Darcy doing? He's got the kendo stick and the bin there.
That's right. Just helping out Kiel Steria wherever he can. It's a no-holds-barred matchup, so...
You have to give it to Big Willie D. He is a great manager.
Well, his track record speaks for itself.
He learned from the best too, you know.
Yes, of course, you brought William Darcy into Explosive Pro Wrestling, so I guess we can blame you for his reign of terror last year.
Many people have.
But in saying that, he was also the manager of Kiel Steria back when Kiel Steria won the EPW Championship.
Very true.
Kendo stick shot to the back of Alex Kingston, just withering in pain on the canvas. Well, referee
Steria just really getting in his head there, telling him he's nothing before he chokes him. That can do a lot to your motivation when you're in the middle of the match. You're getting beaten up and you've got someone telling you you're nothing.
Well, it's really personal as well. It's not just the Gauntlet of Greatness. It's like I said, these guys used to be like brothers. And when Kiel Steria came back last month, Marcus Pitt wanted no part of it. He didn't trust him. Alex Kingston went into bat for him. He said, no, me and this guy go way back. You can trust him. And they did. And then he turned his back on Team WA. Cost us the State of Origin.
Well, that's what happens. Sometimes you've just got to trust and hope, people.
Oh. Spine first onto the ladder. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no way that can't hurt.
That seemed to make William Darcy run a little bit faster around the ring there.
I don't think I've ever seen him move that fast.
Hey, it was a legitimate concern on his face. He still looks concerned. I would be too.
The more you injure that back, the less chance they have of kicking out of a pinning predicament or are more vulnerable to some other form of submission hold. Kingston now.
Let's face it, we're not going to see any submission holds here.
Well, you wouldn't think so, but stranger things have happened in Explosive Pro Wrestling. Tilted World DDT! Kingston out of nowhere. It's why the fans love him. He's unpredictable. He's high-flying and he's exciting above all else.
We'll throw down the cane. The ladder's going to inflict a heap more damage.
The second that cane hit the mat, William Darcy grabbed it and took it out of harm's way. You never know what Kingston's thinking of. He's called the Innovator of Radness for a reason. It's not just a cool nickname. Whenever he gets inside the squared circle, he's going to innovate all kinds of craziness. The fact that it's a no-holds-barred matchup, we can see anything, including William Darcy stopping him from doing something sensational.
He's quite within his rights too, because there is no DQ. You've seen the ref there just sort of look at him and say, no, stop, but that's all he can say.
Referee Giles O'Brien is only here to counter pinfall or a submission. He's also holding the ladder now, so neither man sustains a terrible injury.
I wouldn't do that if I was the ref. Well, it's your match.
It's Giles O'Brien. Who's to say how his mind works? But anyway. Kiel Steria in about as worse a place as he could possibly be.
This could be the double jump.
Oh, double stomp off the top of the ladder. Kiel Steria not only taking the stomp, but he's also landed back first into the ladder, still hooked up. Oh, Kingston now going to the top rope. Wow, here we go. Coast to coast into the ladder, Brad West.
Right in the head. Kiel Steria is just hanging there.
He's seeing stars right now. He's no chance of unhooking his leg. At the same time, while he's hooked up there, Kingston can't get a pinfall.
Oh, could he be going up for the frog splash?
Who knows what he's going for. You never know what Kingston's going to do when he goes to that top rope.
This is why William Darcy is a brilliant manager. He will get in the way and he will stop, he will distract, he will give his client enough room.
Elbow drop from the top rope. And
he will even lay on top of his client to take all that damage so Kiel doesn't have to. That is a manager and a half.
William Darcy just took a bullet for Kiel Steria. He took a top rope elbow drop from Alex Kingston. Got to hand it to, a low blow there by Kiel Steria. Can't say I'm surprised, but it's even within the rules of this matchup, or lack thereof.
Double underhook pile driver.
So close, Brad West.
I really thought the gauntlet to greatness was over.
Would have been a year of blood, sweat and tears going to waste right there if Steria got the pin. And look at the look on his face. He cannot believe it. He's wondering how in the hell does Kingston get his shoulder up after that. And I tell you what, I've got no answer for him.
Well, I tell you what, this isn't a good time for Darcy to be down. He should be up, telling Kyle to regain his composure. I wouldn't be telling him to climb. I'd tell him to put on a hold or do something that's a little bit less risk-averse.
Well, those of us familiar with the history of explosive pro wrestling know that Kiel Steria, he's not afraid to take to the sky himself.
Big chop, another one.
Wow.
What are they going to do from here?
I don't know, but you just know it's going to be something devastating.
Oh, I think I know. He's hooking up.
Don't tell me. Los Angeles wings off the ladder. Ladies and gentlemen, I've never seen that before in all of my commentating career.
Kingston's gauntlet is over.
It's done.
Count
it is done. Count the 3, Giles
2,
O'Brien.
3.
You've got to be kidding me. How? You know Alex Kingston better than I do, Brad West. How the hell did he get... How is that possible?
I can't tell you. Sometimes when you know bigger things are laying after this match, you dig down somewhere deep.
Had to be purely out of instinct. Kingston's hardly moved. He's got a finger twitching, for God's sake. That's all the life in Kingston right now, but somehow gets the shoulder up.
He's moving.
Just.
Not very fast, but he's moving.
Steria, he's frustrated. He's angry. Look at him.
This is where Darcy needs to be up and about, telling Kyle to calm down, relax, put on a hold.
I think William Darcy is somewhere licking his wounds from taking that elbow drop from earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, EPWTV, as Kiel Steria just belts Kingston with a kendo stick. You got to experience this live, ladies and gentlemen. Go to EPWPerth.com if you want to purchase tickets for future EPW events. And I tell you what,
just when all the fans thought they were safe to sit down again.
There's always action in the drinking section at an EPW live event. You never know what's going to happen.
Oh, he's getting a table.
When you thought you'd seen it all in this matchup. I didn't think we'd see anything after the Los Angeles wings off the ladder.
Yeah, that really is a match-ending move.
Well, is it? I mean, normally, God.
Darcy's now coming to.
Oh, he's handing Kiel Steria a steel chair as well.
I think it took all his might. Steria now just lining up.
See the fans having any love lost for Kiel Steria.
Oh, he's got. Oh,
what a shot to the head with a steel chair by Kingston.
Laid him out on that table.
What's he gonna do now?
I have no idea. Where's he gonna jump from?
He'll find somewhere.
No.
Some time ago, he jumped from the top of the entranceway, and ladies and gentlemen,
that's too far.
The innovator of radness, Alex Kingston, is about to do something death-defying.
That's too far. Don't do it.
Alex Kingston!
Oh. Both men have to be out after that. No, Kingston's up.
Is he making a cover?
He's going for the pin. 1,
2, 3! He's won it! The Gauntlet to greatness!
Alex AK-47
Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Kingston has completed the Gauntlet to greatness. He will go on to ReAwakening 13 and get himself a shot at the EPW Championship. Wow, what an amazing matchup we've seen right here on EPWTV.
There you have it. Alex Kingston has successfully completed the Gauntlet to Greatness. He's earned his shot at the EPW Championship, and he will get that November 29th, ReAwakening 13. It's going to be AK-47 Alex Kingston up against the Smashing Machine Chris Voss and the EPW champion Sebastian in a steel cage match. It's one of the most dangerous and exciting matches you'll ever see in all of wrestling. So be there. Explosive Pro Wrestling's ReAwakening 13.